Welcome to CVTsport.net Game of the Week. Bringing you high school, college, amateur, semi-pro, and professional sports video from right here in Central Vermont. Over a decade of local Central Vermont sports video action. Get ready, because it's time for the CVTsport.net Game of the Week.
My daddy made this. Daddy!
And a good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this collaboration between CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. My name's Brent Curtis, and I'll be bringing you the play-by-play this afternoon. Sawyer Quinn is going to be our camera guy, and of course, the number one dog today is Mike Deering. He'll be producing this afternoon's game. Well, what a basketball afternoon we're having here at the Mecca of high school basketball, the Berry Auditorium. This is day number 2 of the Solstice Tournament, which has turned out to be nothing but a huge success. It has been a great turnout, and certainly a hats off to this committee, and I really want to make sure that you know who is on it. Bernie Allen, Paula Dolan, Reggie Griggs, Bob McLeod, Jim McWilliams, Al Nye, and of course Bestie Ross. Just some wonderful people. We have had some good basketball, and now we're ready for the Tale of Two Cities. Indeed, Solon's come into the afternoon with a record of 0-3, and they'll be ranked 6th in the Capital Division. Spaulding coming in with a record of 3-0. But again, this is the Montpelier-Spaulding game. You never know what to expect, and by golly, we're looking for one this afternoon. Both coaches have talked to me before the game. Spaulding indicates that they want to be quick in transition. They want to really clamp down on defense and not give Spaulding a lot of room to make that offensive set work. On the other hand, Spaulding indicates that they're going to run it hard. They're going to work fast in transition. We may see press come out by both teams. Either coach would be very open about that. And again, we know that Montpelier is going to try to work some post work in there, utilizing those forwards as well as some of their front people overall. So that's going to be the overview. Again, we welcome you aboard this afternoon. We're getting ready now for the player introductions. We're going to start it right here first. The home team, Montpelier, believe it or not, and then we'll start with Spaulding coming into the afternoon with a record of 3-0 under Tanya McCauley and Lori Shepard. Lori doing a whale of a job on the boys' game this afternoon. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. For Spaulding, a junior guard, wearing number 1, Sophie Goriello. Number 12, a guard, wearing number 2, Taylor Keel. Number 10, a forward, wearing number 4, Cameron Soffin. Number 11, a forward, wearing number 10, Rory-Ann Glassford. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Spaulding High School Crimson Tide will be a senior guard wearing number 22, Emma Young. And now for the home team, Montpelier Solons, coming into the afternoon with a record of 0-3. Here's their starting lineup. A junior wearing number 1, Jamison Rise. A junior wearing number 2, Regan Walk. A senior wearing number 15, Natalie Quinn. A senior wearing number 24, Jada Lewis. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Montpelier Solons is going to be a senior wearing number 30, Vita Gahagan. Montpelier is coached by Heidi Aris. And that's an interesting lineup. You can tell that this is going to be tailor-made for just the other team. And as we look at the particular game this afternoon, never say never, as we learned this week when Williamstown in the final seconds beat Randolph in a huge upset. So we're not sure how to take this early in the season. The other part of this whole basketball scenario here today is the idea that the Solstice tournament brings teams together at the Barry Auditorium where they hope to end their season, and it gives them the experience to play here. This has just been a huge draw, and it started off with some basic teams and has grown to where it is today. And so hats off to this committee, and it's so wonderful to see the fans coming from all over the state of Vermont right here to the Barry Auditorium as they get a chance to see some good basketball. Certainly some rivalries, as the Montpelier-Spaulding rivalry, although not as old as the Peoples-Hazen, it is one of the longest rivalries in the history of high school basketball. And I think probably the actual king of the long distance, long time rivalry is going to be Hazen Peoples. All right, we're going to take a break right now. We'll be back with the opening tip-off right after this. All right, everybody, all ready for the opening tip-off. Both players facing it off. It looks like it's going to be Glassford up against Lewis. Here's the opening tip-off. It'll be controlled and out of bounds, not controlled. I'll say it will go off Montpelier, so Spaulding We'll have the beginning round off. How about that? All right, Spaulding puts the ball into play. Junior guard Sophie Goriello kicks it out to the left wing, looking deep to the right corner. Here's the long call. Ooh, rims it out. Rebound, Solons. They're going to fight for it in the backcourt, losing it out of bounds, and a little bit of pressure from Spaulding really makes the. That's a great way to start the game for the Crimson Tide. They'll have the ball one more time on the outside. Jamison Rise inside. Here's the shot. Ball's around the rim. Not going to happen this time. Rebound to Spaulding. They're going to set it up for another long distance call. This one's off the rim. Battle for the rebound. Solons come up with it this time. So Montpelier will bring it right back the other way, or they'll attempt to bring it back the other way. Full court pressure from Spaulding. And it's going to be a backcourt scenario. So the pressure from Spaulding is really making this one happen. Early here in the first quarter, no score. Spaulding with the basketball. They'll put it in play. Up at the head of the key with the bounce pass to the right side, Goriello. Goriello with the dribble drive down. No, kick out. Back into the corner. Long distance look. Got it for the bada bang! Spaulding goes on top early with a beautiful shot by Soffin. 3-0, Spaulding. Solons with the basketball. We're going to get a little bit of a foul on that one as they try to bring it down. Tough defense from Spaulding. We knew it was going to be that way. That'll be Walk getting her first personal foul for, correction. That'll be Keel for Spaulding getting her first personal foul. Solons with the basketball. They're going to head it up the Jamison. Jamison now with the right-hand dribble comes around the key, hands it off, working. It's going to be Regan. Regan going one-on-one with Goriello, dishes to the corner. Looking for a cutter. Nobody open. Now they go underneath. Here's the dribble drive under, kick out to the corner. Nothing available. Oh, takeaway by Spaulding. Goriello with the steal. It's 1-on-2. There's the layup. Not going to happen. Battle for the rebound. Spaulding comes up with it again. Another long distance, bada bang! Soffin has got the three ball dialed in this afternoon. 6-0 Spaulding, 6:05 left to go in the first quarter. On to the left side, Jamison underneath, looks for a cutter. She wanted Jada Lewis, who couldn't hold on to it. Tough pass to hold. So Spaulding will put it back into play. Slowly, deliberately, Goriello brings the ball up court. The junior has had an incredible career at Spaulding. Here's a give and go down the lane to the left side. Nothing. Shot in the air. This time Soffin goes off the rim. Rebound Spaulding again. Kick out. Goriello is going to set the table. She's going to move Keel to the left and then sets up a key. Nothing there. Quick pass over to Soffin. Long shot off the rim, rebound Solons. So Spaulding not afraid to pull the trigger from the outside, thinking that they have owned the rebounds early here in the first quarter. It's 6-0. Spaulding up, 5:24 left to go in the first period. Nice defensive play that time. Solons will have the ball in the front court. Still unable to find a shooting solution. Solons are going to put the ball into play. That'll come into Jamison. Jamison being guarded by really tightly down there by Taylor. Over to the right side. Here's the move to the basket. This is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Montpelier. And it'll be Spaulding basketball. Goriello is going to bring it up. Looking at the zone for Montpelier. She's going to dribble down the right side. Cross-court pass onto the left wing. Taylor Keel, quick pass underneath, got it for two. Ah, sweet give and go that time. And credit Goriello with the right place, the right time. 4:55 left to go in quarter number one. The score is 8-0 Montpelier. Correction, 8-0 Spaulding, and we will be right back. All right, we've had a little pause for the cause right here. 4:55 left to go in quarter number 1. Welcome aboard, everybody. We're here at the Solstice Tournament at the Berry Auditorium. And as we talked about in the opening, tournament has turned into. So it's the Dave Morris Tournament coming early on in the season, and then we come here to Berry. Both are a multiple-day affair. The Solons will put the ball into play from the backcourt. This will be Rise with the right hand. She's going to dribble up to midcourt, kick to the left side. One dribble bounce pass brings it right back to Walk. Walk's going to have her pocket pick. Nice takeaway by Goriello. Goriello, dribble drive, coast to coast, off the rim. Rebound to the Solons. Back the other way they come on a fast break. Quick pass over to the right side, Walk. She's going to dish it up on top, and Rise is going to set the table. To the right side, Miller. Looks underneath. There's the pass. Oh, taken away by Spaulding. That was a bullet pass. Unable to handle it. Spaulding picks up the loose ball. They'll go down to the corner on the right side. Here's the shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Solons. Outlet pass is going to be intercepted. Nice grab by Goriello. Looks for a cutter underneath the basket, but we've got body contact. We'll see who's going to collect the foul. And it'll be Montpelier catching the foul on that one. Lewis gets her first. Spaulding has the ball, inbound play, Goriello. Quick give and go to the left side. Nowhere to go, Solons tighten up the defense. Bounce pass into the middle, here's the shot up in the air, nowhere. Good rebound by Spaulding. Back underneath, they've got the post there. Fade away, Glassford nothing. Here's the shot from the outside, bada bing! Soppin is hotter than a $3 Rolex early here in the game. Spaulding going to steal the basketball into the front court. Left-hand dribble, bounce pass, working the left side to Goriello. Goriello looks underneath for a cutter. She has her pocket pick. Oh, what a nice steal by Montpelier. Nice takeaway by Natalie Quinn. That'll be a nice steal by, it was Natalie Quinn. I take that back. Good job. Now we'll get multiple substitutions for both teams. This will be Spaulding basketball in the front court. Here's the inbound play. Keel with the left hand heads off to the left side. Nothing there. Around the horn to the right side. They're going to set it up, work it deep into the corner. There's the give and go. Nothing open underneath, and they're going to get, Solons are going to get called for the push. And that's going to come back to Tremont. That'll be her first foul. Nope, I'm going to take that back. It's Lewis, and that is her second foul. This one's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Spaulding. Inbound play now. Solons down by 11, have yet to even get to the rim of the basket. This is going to be intercepted by Goriello. Bounce pass over to the right side. Up it goes. Walk missed the chippy. Working it hard in the front court. Here come the Solons. Keel has it taken away. Quick pass up court. Here's the runner. Here's the layup. Off the rim, no good. Spaulding missing the bunnies early on. And they're going to take a timeout. The score with 3:07 left to go in quarter number 1. Spaulding 11, Montpelier nothing. We'll be right back. You know, the idea here, welcome back, the idea here is that Montpelier needs to find a shooting solution. The coach is going to be talking in that huddle. She's going to be saying, you know, put your passes down. Be sure who you're passing to. make a solid pass. You move without the basketball. The Solons are just in trouble right now, and they almost seem to be intimidated here in the first quarter. Spaulding showing a great deal of poise, and let's see if the Solons can put it together here with 3:06 left to go in the first. Jamison Rice is going to bring it up court, going one-on-one up there with Spencer. Boy, this is a tight Spaulding defense. Here's the handoff. Going down the right side is Walk. Kick all the way out to the head of the key. Looking for Ford. She's going to lose it. Here's the layup. Spaulding for two. Goriello. Again, as we just said, they need to settle down with passing. Spaulding in that tenacious defense. They're going to steal it again. Keel is going to bring it up court. Pass to the right side. Layup. Got it for two. What a nice play. It's a 1-2 dribble off the backboard. Goriello with her 6 points of the afternoon. Solons now trying to get it through this defense. Here's the pass down the right side. Ball's off the backboard. Rebound Millick. She'll get it back in the corner. Shows three, dribbles in, kick out, head of the key, ball's in the air, kisses the front rim. Solons with the rebound. They got it for two. Walk with a nice putback. Solons are on the board. Spaulding with the basketball into the corner. Kick to the outside. Goriello. She'll dribble in. Stop. Pop. Off the rim. No. Nice rebound underneath Solons. Solons having a hard time getting the ball into the offensive end. This is going to be Rise. She'll have the ball stolen away. Solons back on defense. Can't keep control of the ball. There's a deuce from the right side. Nice score that time. That was Young getting it. Now Montpelier back the other way. We'll get a whistle and a foul on this one. And it'll be a little bit of push action. We got more substitutions. We'll catch up with them here in a bit. Soften, let's see. It'll be Spencer getting her first. Inbound play, Montpelier. Ball comes into Lewis. Lewis with the right hand goes down the lane. There's the layup off the rim. Put back, got it for two. Nicely done that time by Jada Lewis. 17-4. Spaulding with the basketball. They're going to kick it into the corner quickly. All the way up to the middle of the court. Looking from the outside. This is going to be Monty. Pass to the left wing. On the give and go, lays it up. No, off the backboard. Whistle and a foul. She got one step on the defender. And the rest, well, the rest just has to do with practice. Practice, practice. Spaulding will go to the line. It'll come back to Ford. Look at the basket. Ball's in the air, off the back rim. 17-4 is the story. 51 seconds left to go in quarter number one. Once again at the foul line, Spaulding. Ball's in the air. Got it. Second one goes in. Fremont goes 1 for 2 at the foul line. Solons with the basketball. They're going to bring it into the left side. Kick to the left wing. Long distance call off the backboard. Not quite. Here's the putback. No. A second putback. No. This is going to go out of bounds, and it'll be off Spaulding. Montpelier will maintain possession of the basketball. 33.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Solon's going to put it into play. Quick pass in. That's a tough pass. Well handled by Ford. High post, dribble in, ball goes up around the rim. Oh, what a nice play that time. Lewis gets 4. 18-6 is the story. Spaulding on top. 14 seconds in the quarter. Here's the long shot by Goriello. Going to go off the rim. A charge to the basket by Spaulding. And the story here is the Solons are just a half a step behind Spaulding, trying to get position for the rebound. And when that happens, we get a little push me, shove you. And in this case, That'll be number 3 on Lewis. Goriello with that back rim foul shot. That haunted her most of last year. Right church, wrong pew, as we like to say. Sophie's second one is off. Solons with the rebound, 6 seconds on the clock. They're going to go all the way up court to the left side. They're going to pass it to Gahagan underneath. Oh, not quite in time. At the end of the first quarter, it looks like this. Spaulding 18, Montpelier 6. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this break.
This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live stream Spaulding High School sports, please go to CVTV723.org and look for the Donate Now tab. Semi-pro and professional sports video.
And welcome back, everybody. We're here at the Solstice Tournament at the Berry Auditorium. This is the Montpelier girls versus the Spaulding girls. Coming up this afternoon, we'll have Hazen versus Peoples boys, and then this evening we'll have a girls matchup, Hazen versus Peoples. The boys are at 3, the girls are at 5 p.m. Welcome back for quarter number 2. Solons, as we mentioned twice, trying to find a shooting solution, and here they are. Down low, Gahagan, she finds Ford, no turnaround there, out to the outside, ball's in the air, bada bing, baby! Nice hit by Melick. And suddenly we got a game, 18-9, Spaulding on top. They'll bring the ball up to the right side, Goriello. Quick pass over onto the left side, Spencer. She looks into the corner. Solons now, sticking to that man-to-man. Goriello on the left side. She's being guarded by Walk out there. She'll back up, set the table. Dribble down to the right side. Watch out from behind. They're going to triple team her. Good play by Spaulding. Keel will take it. Nice slow dribble. Again, Goriello taking her time. The left wing, set up over there. Spencer into the corner. Ball's in the air. Goriello! Bada bang! What a sweet shot from the corner. This one's going to go out of bounds all the way up court. Solons once again unable to get into their offensive set. They're just coming off a beautiful three-pointer by Melick. And Spaulding will take over in the backcourt with a 21-9 lead. We've got 6:53 left to go here in the first half. Goriello crosses midcourt. Looks to the right, passes to the right. Looking for a cutter. Quick pass from Sofrin into the corner, nothing there. Montpelier tightens up on defense, double team going down the lane, whistle and a foul. Nope, no foul, it's just going to go off a Spaulding player. Solons will take it in the backcourt, no pressure this time. Jamison Rise brings it up, quick pass over onto the left side. Solons in control. Looking for some place to pass it. Finally finds Rise at the head of the key. Bounce pass right side. Walk. Walk shows 3, pulls it down, dribbles in, passes back to the middle. Miller, no shot, kick out, left side. Miller! Gotta get bada bing! So the Solons showing great patience on this. Back to Millick, who's the hot hand. 21-12 is the story. Spaulding with the lead in the basketball. Kick out, left side, ball's in the air. Off the rim, no good, rebound underneath. Miller's going to grab the ball. We're going to see what the penalty is going to be. No penalty, ball goes out of bounds. You know, your first response when the whistle blows is who did what, especially when you didn't see it. Spaulding maintains possession. Inbound play all the way to the outside, then right back underneath. Goriello makes a gallant effort at the basket. She's going to get mugged on the way through. You know, we see a lot of that, and I'm sure it's a direct result of watching college basketball, trying to split 2 defenders or 3 defenders. Foul's going to come back to Miller. That'll be her first for Montpelier. Goriello now is 0 for 3 at the foul line for Spaulding. Knowing Tanya McCauley, she's having a fit over that. Here's the shot, ball in the air, got it on this one. 22-12, 10-point lead. Look out, we're going to have a whistle and a foul against Spaulding. As Reagan Walk just took the pass, headed up court. And the whistle and the foul is going to come back against Goriello. That'll be her first. Solons for the basketball. Inbound pass into the corner. Bounce pass underneath, just a bad pass. Excellent defense by Spaulding, picked up by Sofrin. Goriello underneath, working the key. Nice turnaround, ball's in the air, bounces twice, comes down. Keel can't get it to go, but Spaulding gets the rebound. Outside Sofrin, bada bang! Sofrin, we knew she was anxious for the bada bing, and she got it. That will be 4 of them for her in the first half. Spaulding's going to steal the basketball away, and they're going to take it out of bounds. So the Solons will get the ball right back, but, oh, boy, I'll tell you. It is just a joy to watch Cameron Soflin, the sophomore, unleash the 3 rain. Here's the inbound play. It'll be Gahagan. Dribble down, shot off the rim. Rebound, Solons. Ball's in the air, got it for 2. Nice putback, good play by Miller. And it's 25-14 Spaulding. Keel brings the ball up court with the right hand, sets the table, rotates it around. Goriello picks it up into the corner, looking down low. Out to it's going to be Goriello, dribbles in, kicks up, and she brought the defense with her. Nice jump shot. Beautiful 14-footer from the outside by Sofrin. Back the other way. Rise with the right hand. This is going to go out of bounds. Jamison Rise she got intimidated by the 2 Spaulding defenders. Did her best for the bounce pass, but there was just no room for it. Spaulding will take it in the backcourt. They're up 27-14 with 4:33 left to go in the half. Keel works the ball into the head of the key. Looks right, passes right. She's got her cutter. Looking underneath. No, nothing's going to happen underneath, but we're going to get a traveling call on that one. As Glassford bumped into a Solons player who did not budge. Lost her balance. Solons now against the full court press. Big pass to Miller. Miller gets triple teamed. Ball's going to be taken away. Swarming defense by Spaulding. Kind of jiggles the nerves. This one's going to go off Spaulding out of bounds. Solons will have it in the front court. You know, if you can't dribble it up, you might as well bounce it off the defense and get it up. Millick looking for an open player. Wow, is that going to? No, it took too long. Heidi Aris, Montpelier coach, is telling him to move without the ball. And that is a prime example of not getting free from a defender. Even if you're not the primary, and many of the inbound plays have a primary receiver, even if you're not the primary, shed that defender is always the key. Spaulding 27-14, they've got the lead. Basketball theirs. Goriello, first left, then right. Look from the foul line, nobody home. Kick out to Sofin. Sofin goes off the rim, rebound to the Solons. They've got it in the backcourt, working it up hard as Walk, and she's just going to lose control of it. Once again, it's just a case where the offensive player outruns the dribble. That's a coachable moment. Inbound play, Spaulding. Off to the left wing looking. Nice rotation into the corner. It's a draw out, fake 3, out to Goriello. She'll launch one off the rim, no good. Rebound down to Sofin. Sofin pulls up short, hands it out to Goriello on the right side. Here's the dribble drive. Ball goes in the air, no, but she'll get her own rebound, up for 2. Hey, if I don't make the first one, follow the shot. Solons with the basketball now against a hard full court press. They're going to get it in. Lewis down low, ball stolen away by Goriello. Back the other way, Spaulding holding on to a 29-14 lead. Goriello takes it down the avenue, and she's going to get fouled at least once as she takes it right into the white shirts. So far, I would say it was an impressive afternoon for Spaulding. We're getting an idea as to how they are 3-0 right now. Great teamwork. This full court press, at least today, is really getting them the basketball frequently. Spaulding puts the ball into play. Nobody open. She took too long. Well done by the Solons. As they tighten up the defense, Spaulding pulls out of the full court press. This is what is referred to as a Boston guard. And as much as one person on the ball handler, this is just going to be overthrown. And Solon's unable to get into any type of offensive set. They'll turn it over, and Spaulding will put the ball into play. 2:56 left to go here in the first half. Spaulding with a commanding lead. Working it off to the left side. Nothing on the left wing. Underneath, nice move to the basket. Oh! Goriello, really nice move. And back the other way. Solons now dribble into a double team. Bounce pass out, look out, we've got, and I'm not really sure what we have here. Late whistle. And we'll get a timeout. 2:31 left to go here in the half. 31-14 Spaulding. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. 2:31 left to go here in the first half. Spaulding taking a commanding lead and just not allowing Montpelier to get into an offensive set at all. The big news this afternoon has been, oh my gosh, it's so good to see Soffin. Cameron Soffin, the sophomore, launching 4 3 balls. And right there is Goriello. 10 points and then a 3 of her own. Here's the inbound play. Solon's going to maintain possession. Up court to the right side, Millick. Millick has been the only scorer, or actually one of the only scorers. Little pass into the middle. Here's a nice move down the lane. Kick out right side, looking. No shot for Walk. She's going to go all the way cross court left side. Nice pass to the paint. Turn around, got it for 2. Ford with a nice look at the basket. She'll get her first basket of the afternoon, and it's 31-16. Goriello with the right-hand dribble. Sets the table, quick off to the left side. Looking for a cutter. There she is. There's the ball. Got it for 2. Classic textbook. Nice play down under by Spaulding. That's Monty getting the deuce off the glass. Solons now with the basketball. Trying to set it up. Boy, that is a double team by Spaulding, and it's going to pay off. Nice takeaway. Into the front court comes Glassford. She's going to get fouled on her way to the basket, and that was what we would refer to as a catch-up foul, and that's when the ball handler gets a step on you. So you have to catch up, and occurs the foul. Montpelier's going to bring in 3 now. It'll be Spaulding basketball in the front court. Minute 29 left to go in the half. All the way to the outside. Long distance look around the rim. Out. Crowd reacts to that one. Spaulding gets the rebound. Here's the putback. Got it for 2. What a nice shot from down under. Credit Young with the deuce. This is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Montpelier, so they're not going to be able to get it into play. Minute 11 left to go in the half. 35-16 is the story. Spaulding's Goriello brings it up. She'll look off to the right side. That's where the ball goes. Looking for a rotation. Up to the head of the key. It comes to Glassford. Oh, nice takeaway. And Montpelier unable to make it go. Good steal, though. Back the other way. Spaulding takes it, shoots it from the perimeter, goes off the rim. Once again, Solons with the rebound. Dribbling hard up the right side. Here comes Walt. She's going to catch it on the way up. Three team fouls on each of these teams. And this one is going to come back to Monty. That'll be her first personal foul for Spaulding. Solons put it into play, looking underneath, nobody home. Dribbled in Lewis, off the rim, no good. And back we go. Foul on Spaulding. They're going to look right at Coates. That'll be Coates' first personal foul. Ball's in the air, off the rim, no. One more time at the foul line. Nice, easy, off the back rim, no. Lewis goes over 2 at the foul line. Spaulding at the other end. Ball goes up, no. One and done. Solons right there for the rebound. Rise brings it up court, right into the middle. Here's the dribble drive down, shot in the air. No, this is off the rim. Lewis unable, but they get the rebound back. Long shot from the outside. That's going to go off the rim. Pello launched that one. We'll have a foul. And it'll come back against Goriello. I believe that'll be her second. Yes, it is. We'll get a timeout here with 14 seconds left to go here in the half. The score, Solons 35, Spaulding 16. Fourteen seconds left to go here in the first half. Spaulding with the 35-16 lead. Solons will be at the line. Starting at the line is going to be Jamison Rise. She's a junior. No points on the night. First trip to the foul line for her. Ball's in the air. Ooh, inches it off to the right. One more time. Second one nailed. Spaulding looking at the time clock. Up court to the right side. Bounce pass into the corner. Trying to give and go. Nothing. Taken away by Montpelier with 5 seconds on the clock. They've got to make a move. And not quite enough time, but a nice shot. At the end of the first half of the story, Spaulding 35, Montpelier 17.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont Sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com. This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live streamed Spaulding High School sports, please go to CVTV723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
Do you have scrap metal taking up space in your home, business, or job site?
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food.
It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a billion-dollar bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
And welcome back to the second half here this afternoon. We're at the Solstice Tournament coming to you from the Mecca of high school basketball, the Berry Auditorium. This afternoon's contest pits Montpelier against Spaulding girls. Spaulding coming in with a record of 3-0, Montpelier at 0-3. Spaulding has a 35-17 lead as we go into the third quarter. In the early game, the Montpelier Solons, the reigning Division II champions, took care of Spaulding, and tonight we're going to have People's Academy in Hazen, boys and girls. Spaulding's going to steal the inbound play. Goriello tries to pass to the right side, gets it down. Beautiful play. They're going to catch the defender, Lewis, half a step behind. That'll be her fourth, I believe. Yep, they confirmed that one. Glassford to the foul line. Eyes it, shoots it around the rim. Ooh, scoots out. This is her first trip to the foul line. No points on the night for her yet. Rory Ann is the senior forward. She's had some good court time for the Crimson. She's going to nail the second one. Full court pressure. Solon's trying to dribble through it. Goriello's going to steal it. Take it down, all the way up, got it for two. Goriello with the steal and the bucket. Solons try to go quickly up court, not going to happen. Spaulding's going to pick it up. Goriello takes it down the lane, tries to bounce pass over. It's not going to happen, but because they hit a Solon foot, they're able to pick it up in the backcourt. Over to the right side looking. Here's the quick pass down under, travel. Keel with a nice move to the basket, one too many steps. Inbound play now. Solon's trying to get through that press. Double team. Oh, trying to get out of it. Jameson Rise. No, stolen away by Spaulding. Keel's going to put it up or under the basket. Got it for two. 40-17. Solon's with the basketball. Just trying to get through that press. There's a pass up court to Walsh. She's going to dribble down, lay it up for two. Nice look, good pass, and a deuce off the glass. Back the other way, Spaulding. Goriello sets the table. She'll work the left wing. Set the pick. Here's the run down the middle. Ball in the air, whistle and a foul. Another textbook play by Spaulding. And Solons will get the foul. That'll put Spaulding at the foul line. Got it. Walk, by the way. Gets her third personal for Montpelier. First foul shot is good. Nothing but net 2 times. Fremont, 2 for 2 at the foul line. Solon's going to throw it all the way up court onto the left side. Completed. Into the middle. Here's the dribble drive underneath. Ball goes in the air. No, not going to happen this time. But a good play that time from the Solons. Spaulding into the corner, long shot, whoa, 2-pointer, but boy, was that sweet. Young nails the 2-pointer from the perimeter. That's her second basket on the afternoon. Solons underneath, here's the shot, got it for 2. Montpelier breaks the press, gets it all the way up court with a nice little pass. Ford gets a deuce. Underneath, Spaulding, nice move to the basket, can't make the chippy. Rebound Solons picked up there by Damon. Damon's going to bring it up court and stolen away by Spaulding. Over to the right side, here's a bounce pass down low. Goriello can't handle it. Nice spin move, wow. Good defense by the Solons as well. Walk was all over her. Almost stolen away, but the Solons are going to recover in the backcourt. Picking it up is going to be Ford. She'll go up court left side, Rise, dribble, drive in, got it for 2. Some very bright spots here for the Solons. 5:14 left to go in the third. It's 44-23 Spaulding. They've got the lead and the basketball. Keel watches the cutter. At the last minute, dumps it down into Young, stolen away by the Montpelier team. Walk off the rim, misses the bunny. You know, the steal doesn't count if you miss the chippy. They're going to get a foul on this, and it's going to be confusing to Miller, I think. Yep, that's going to be it. That'll be 2 on Miller. What a great couple of days of basketball. We've had lots of basketball fans here at the auditorium. You know, when talking with the coaches, one of the reasons they want to be here is they want the experience of being here, so that at the end of the season comes, they're not really intimidated by the crowds. And I think that's a great coaching thought. Spaulding underneath. Solon's all over it. Now we got 3 players with hands on the basketball. It'll be a jump ball, go to Montpelier. So to continue on, as I'm talking to the coaches, they're saying, yeah, if we can get to the Barry Odd, it just takes the mystique away. That's a quote. Inbound play Spaulding. They're going to dribble it around the horn to the right side. Oh. Hitting the deck that time was softened, and I thought she tripped, but they're going to say it was a Solon player. And the foul is going to go over to Millick. That'll be her first. Looking to put the ball into play. Nice pass in, great shot. Solon's Johnny on the spot with the rebound. So getting back to it, as I understand from the committee here, the Solstice Tournament Committee, they've now heard from 2 Division I teams that want to be here. Now, since we know that Division I plays off at UVM, the idea is they just want the experience of playing at the Odd. And that's just something that's going to be tremendous. All right, here's the inbound play. That foul, by the way, came back to Fremont. Solon's now trying to move the basketball. Not going to happen this time. And foul comes back to Fremont again. I shouldn't say that. It just comes back to Fremont. 14 fouls. Inbound play onto the right side. Setup. Millick goes down low. Here's the dribble in. Millick loses control, picked up by Montpelier's Ford. And this one's not going to go anywhere but out of, oh, hold on. The officials are going to converse about it. The reason it went out of bounds because it was touched by Spaulding. So the Solons maintain possession in the offensive end. Spaulding picks up the basketball, heads up court onto the right side. Here's a quick pass underneath. Glassford, no. They're going to wrestle for the basketball. It's going to come back out, and Spaulding in control. Up to the head of the key. Nice look by Keel. She'll send it to the left side. Ball's in the air. Off the rim, no good this time. Long shot by Fremont. Solon's going to lose the basketball. Picked up by Keel. Keel on a 1-on-3. There's her layup. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to the Solons. Miller. Let's see if they're going to call a foul on that. Yes, they are. So that'll be Glassford. She'll get her first personal foul for Spaulding. 3:39 left to go here in the third quarter. This is Montpelier trying to cross the mid-court line. Rise has her pocket pick. There's the layup. Nicely done by Keel. I'll tell you right now, Taylor Keel is a smooth basketball player. She puts it all together and is a good package. Left side Montpelier, they're going to dribble down the lane. No, off the rim, not going to happen. Spaulding on the fast break, bounce pass right side. Here's the layup. Oh, off the rim, put back, got it for 2. Oh, nice look by Spaulding. That was Glassford. 2:55 here in the third. And you know, every coach will tell the player, especially when you come to the odd, that out-of-bounds line is your friend when you're a defender. More often than not, the offensive player is going to try to dribble around the defensive player. That's especially true at the odd with 2,200 people watching. But even this afternoon with 200 or 300, it plays out in the end. It's always fun when the UVM players come here to practice. They look around the place and refer to it as Hoosiers. And you know, in a way they're right, but in another way they're just snobby. All right, look out underneath. We're going to have a little push me as Premont hits the floor. Regan Walk is going to be the culprit on that one. Now, I have her at 4 now, but clearly I'm miscounting, so that will be number 4 for her. Premont to the foul line. She's 3 for 4 at the foul line this afternoon. Ball's in the air, around the rim, got it. One more time. Quinn Premont, sophomore guard from Spaulding. This goes off the rim. Solons with the rebound, 2:40 in the third. Millick's going to bring the ball across the timeline, go face-to-face with Keel. First to the right, then to the left, down the lane, left-hand shot off the rim, no good. Gets her own rebound. Here's the putback, too hard off the glass. Solons with a second rebound. Ball comes out to Walk. She's going to launch one. Ooh, rims it in and out. And Montpelier taps it out of bounds, breaking up the fast break by Spaulding. So Spaulding will have it on the offensive end. 2:16 in the third. There's the inbound play. Here's the move by Coates. Tries to go across the deck. Finally gets it over there, but Monty is going to get all tied up underneath. Monty and Ford get tied up. The officials, the arrow is going to give it to Montpelier. So some good defense there by the Solons as they really crowd that lane. Onto the left side. Solons up on top. Pello's going to launch one. It's off the rim, no good. Montpelier the rebound, put back, no. Another rebound, no. This one's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Spaulding. So that's 3 rebounds in a row for the Solons. Well, let's see if they can find a shooting solution somewhere. Outlet pass knocked out of bounds. Good defensive play that time by Monty from Spaulding. Waiting for a check-in from the bench as Goriello comes in. Coming out is Taylor Keel. Boy, that's a great twosome right there. They work so well together for Spaulding. And this one's going to go over the head, and Spaulding will take over in the backcourt. Nero Damon's going to come in for Montpelier. Reagan Walk is going to take a breather. All with 1:44 left to go in the third quarter. Spaulding. Nice shot off the ankle. No. That was just a nice looking little prim shot. Solon's back the other way. They're going to work it down underneath. Stolen away. All the way to the runner on the left side. Here's the layup. Got it for 2. Premont hits the deuce off the glass. Montpelier back the other way. This is Damon. Outlet pass to Millick. Millick's going to muscle her way underneath. Left hand goes up, no good. Rebound to Spaulding. 1 minute in the third quarter. Cross court right side for Spaulding. This is Premont. Kicks it out, looks for the give and go, can't do it. Montpelier's on top of it. Goriello dribbles down, 10-footer goes off the rim. Rebound fought for Spaulding. Goriello now, a step back 3, bada bing! Goriello with the step back 3. Makes it 54-23 Spaulding. Bounce pass left side, almost tipped away and stolen, but it's going to go out of bounds. Solon's going to maintain possession in the front court. Savannah Spencer back in the game for Spaulding. Coming out is going to be Glassford. Looking for an inbound play. Montpelier gets it into Ford. Cross court right side. Millick. Corner to Damon. She'll bring it out with the left hand. Look underneath. Boy, that was a tough pass. Great shot. Off the backboard, no. I love those backboard three-pointers. We got a battle for the rebound. This is going to go out of bounds, last touched by Spaulding. So with 12 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Montpelier will have the basketball. They'll set it up from underneath the basket. Trying to get into play to Millick. Millick is guarded really tightly. Out of nowhere comes a three-point attempt. That's not going to make it to the rim. It's going to go out of bounds, and Spaulding will take the ball back the other way with 5.4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. So it's not to engage the time clock. They roll it up the court with a 54-23 lead. Interesting. At the end of 3, here's the story. It's going to be Spaulding 54, Montpelier 23. We'll be back with the fourth and final period right after this.
This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live-streamed Spaulding High School sports, please go to CVTV723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
All right, fourth and final period for the afternoon extravaganza here at the Solstice Tournament. We've been talking about this all afternoon. Just an absolute joy to be here. And what a great job this Winter Solstice Committee has done. Inbound play Spaulding now. I don't think it's too soon to say that Spaulding's going to go to 4-0. And that just does wonders for the school. This is going to be a tough division, though. This is not going to be easy for them. And remember, we're just a couple of weeks into this very new season. Well, no, we're more than a couple. But it's still early on. It's going to be knocked back out. Good defensive play by the Solons. The Solons have struggled. They've had multiple coaches. It's good to have Heidi Aris here. She's been here a couple, 3 years, and it's, there's some solid play here. And we need to face it, this is just a small school now. Spaulding underneath, they've got an open player, no. Now they play the right side, give and go underneath, taken away by Montpelier. Rise will bring the ball up court. Oh, trying to hit somebody on the run, not going to happen. Spaulding will pick it up. This is going to come back the other way. Goriello. Quick to the right side, ball's in the air. Ooh, got it for 2. Nice look, beautiful shot. That's Coates nailing it from the outside. Back to the other way, Solons. That was Cadence Coates, senior. There's a nice layup to the left side, nicely done. Two points on the board that time For Miller, we're waiting to make sure everybody is okay. Coming off slowly, Savannah Spencer, the senior guard. Kind of lost her breath on that one. Good, coming off on her own power. She looks to be okay. It always impresses me when the coaches get right out there, and it's so very important nowadays. Spaulding with the basketball. Kick it to the corner, ball's in the air. Whoa, got it for two. Sweet setup, great delivery by Young. That's Emma Young, the senior guard from Spaulding. She gets into the books. 8 points on the night. Montpelier. Oh, nice defense by Goriello. Boy, she has quick hands. She has had quick hands since she came up into her freshman year, even before that. She's a tough defender. Spaulding underneath. Here's a running layup. Got it for two. Taylor Keel, deuce off the glass. Montpelier going to lose it out of bounds. Last touch by Spaulding. The Stolans have been regrouping for probably 3 years. It's just a question of system. Now Goriello's going to steal it, lay it up, got it for two. Oh, that was a sweet play. She gets this, Sophie gets the steal, the layup, and +1. This is going to be a fun season for both these teams. But back to Montpelier, it's hard to get a feeder system into Montpelier because soccer is king. And that just takes a lot of talent. And traditionally, the girls' basketball teams have kind of suffered from that a little bit. Got that one. The opportunity to make it a three-pointer, and she does it. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the game. Kick over, left side Spaulding on the defense. This is going to go nowhere by Montpelier. Goriello is going to take the rebound. Bounce pass underneath. Here's, yep, got it for two. Sweet play to Coates. And Coates lets it go in. Back the other way, Lewis. Lewis is going to dribble in. Nice move to the basket, goes off the rim. Spaulding with the rebound, bring it up quickly, going to run her down the left side. Coates just cannot quite catch up to the basketball. Almost. Solon's going to put it back the other way. Spaulding's pulled out of the press. Montpelier brings the ball up court. Working around to the outside, this is going to be Damon. Long shot from the perimeter over the rim. Going to go out of bounds to Spaulding. Will take it over in the backcourt. So it's been a good afternoon for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Some solid shooting, impressive shooting, I might add. Battle for the basketball is going to come back to the Crimson. Goriello sets the pick. They don't use it. Instead, they dish it to the left side. Going in, no. Little mix-up, but the basketball is loose. Solon's going to come up with it. Fighting her way all the way up court is Lewis. She's going to get through the defender. Kick to the outside, ball's in the air, kisses the front of the rim. Again, Lewis, she's got the putback, not going to happen here, but another putback and a whistle and a foul. It's at this stage of the basketball game that you don't want anybody to get hurt, and the players are still playing 110% underneath. So it's very important that the players don't lose control here. Keel gets her third. This is going to go off the rim. 2 points in the afternoon for Miller. That's a deuce. She'll put it in off the backboard, which is a favorite of long-time basketball players. Here it is underneath. Spaulding, no. Montpelier picks up the rebound. Just over 4 minutes left to go in the contest. Solons with the basketball, dribble down the left side, Glassford. Ball goes up in the air. That was just a Hail Mary. Spaulding brings it back the other way. Under 4 minutes now. Goriello's going to try the layup. You know, the key there for a defender, and it's a hard thing to coach a defender, but don't bend your knee. Do not bend your knee into the player. Even if your feet are planted, the use of that knee is going to catch the foul every single time. And let's get right back to the offensive end. Glassford's going to get her second for Spaulding. Inbound play, Spaulding out to the right-hand side, Soften. Bounce pass underneath, there's the runner. Ball's in the air off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, Spaulding all over it. They're going to bring it in from out of bounds. Nice save, Goriello tries to back her way in. And we're going to get a little out of bounds action. What's impressive to me is that we have 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the contest. It's very clear that the outcome is going to go to Spaulding, yet these players are playing like it's a tie game. That's just great basketball. That's great sportsmanship. So congratulations to both schools. Solons, left side looking. Nothing this time. Damon, right back over to the left side forward. Nice handoff. Millick heads down the lane, puts it up, no. Back the other way. Soften looks down the middle, nice running jump shot, Goriello. Spaulding with the steal and the, ooh, we got away with that one. Spaulding, another rebound, back out. Working the right side, ball goes cross court left wing, Rise. Rise going to muscle her way down, that's correction. That was Goriello, my mistake. Goriello with the muscle move down the lane, not going to happen. And timeout by the Solons, 2:30 left to go in the game. We will be right back. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap this one up here with 2:25 left to go in the game, and then we're going to turn it over to Hazen and People's Academy. Both of those teams are already here, boys and girls. But right now, Montpelier and Spaulding are going to finish this out. And as they do in every sport they play, they're going to do it with hustle. They're going to just make this seem like it's a tie game. Reboyne now up on top. Dish up to Ford. She's in trouble, needs some help. Bounce pass into the middle. She'll find Reboyne now. Nice bounce pass over to the right side. Walk. Walk, slow dribble with the right hand. Crossover dribble. She'll get it back. Under 2 minutes. Nice alley-oop underneath. Cross court, right side. Here's the move by Lewis. Off the rim, no, but she got fouled on a nice move to the basket. So they were really they're really good bright points for Montpelier. And it comes into individual as well as team play as they work the give and go, as they work the decoy. It really does. There are times when they look excellent. And they're classic, they're textbook plays. And so you know they're listening to the coach. There's no doubt about it. They couldn't do it unless a coach had told them. This one's going to go off the rim, 0 for 2 at the foul line. Spaulding with 1:48. Right side soften. Looks for a cutter, nobody there. She'll take it in herself. Bounce pass cross court to Glassford. Up onto the left side, quick kick into the corner. Long look, off the rim, no. Rebound, Montpelier. Walk will take the rebound, dribble up court, pass over to the right side. Here's the set, long distance call is going to go out of bounds. So Spaulding's going to put it back into play from the backcourt. 1:20 left to go in the game. Over to the right side. Glassford unloads it. There's a little give and go that doesn't connect, but here's a long three off the rim, no good. Rebound picked up quickly by the Solons. This is Raboyne, up court left side, little look underneath. Good passing though. Quinn with a nice pass down into the paint. That was just good basketball IQ right there. Under a minute left to go in this one. Let me take a minute again to thank my great crew, Sawyer Quinn on camera. First time he and I have had an opportunity to work together. But I'll tell you, the producer, Michael Deering, just a buddy of mine. I'll tell you, it's always a pleasure to work with Mike. He does a terrific job no matter what the sport is. So it's just a pleasure to be back with those guys. Here's the bounce pass in, ball's in the air off the backboard, no. Spaulding with the rebound, under a minute. Working a bit of a weave here. Spaulding into the middle, Myers. Myers going to try to take it down the lane, not going to happen. It's going to go out of bounds. And 39 seconds left to go on the clock, actually almost 40. 39.8, how exact do I need to get? Spaulding puts it into play. Soften on the right side, drops one in the middle, nice takeaway by Ford. Ford one hands it over to the right side. Look out, look out. Great defense that time by Sofren as she just, nope, ball's not leaving your hand. Return to sender. Spaulding now working around the horn to the right side. Well, there's a little slip, but I'm thinking that Natalie Quinn may have helped that slip. And that's what the officials thinks too. And that'll be her first. Nice for her to get game time. Playing hard out. Oh, nice takeaway almost by the Solons. Spaulding holds on, gets a long distance kiss off the rim. That was Sofren looking to add those 3-pointers. Spaulding's going to steal it away. Here they come up court. Onto the right-hand dribble. Shot in the air, no off the backboard. At the end of the game, the story is as follows. It will be Spaulding 67, Montpelier 26. For all of us here, we want to thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. And keep in mind that the solstice is still going on. Once again, you've been watching CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. For all of us here, thank you for tuning in, everybody. So long.
This has been a local sports video production brought to you by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!